CEO caught the cleaner fixing a $450 million blueprint in seconds. What he did next? The entire boardroom fell silent when a young cleaner, carrying nothing more than a mop and a bucket, pointed at a tiny mistake on a blueprint worth $450 million. Engineers with decades of experience had spent months reviewing the design. Architects had signed off on it. Consultants had approved every detail. Yet in less than 10 seconds, the cleaner spotted a flaw that could have turned the company's biggest project into a catastrophic disaster. Before we begin, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the idea that talent can come from anywhere, please take a moment to like this video, comment below, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Echoes of Kindness. Your support helps us bring more inspiring stories to life. Marcus Reynolds, the CEO of one of the largest construction firms in the country, had built his reputation on perfection. Every project carried his name, and every mistake felt personal. The company's newest skyscraper project was supposed to be the crown jewel of his career, a massive luxury tower planned for the heart of the city. Investors had poured hundreds of millions of dollars into it, and expectations were enormous. The pressure inside the company was intense. Engineers worked late into the night. Architects revised designs repeatedly. Every department was racing against deadlines. The blueprint for the tower had gone through countless reviews, and everyone believed it was flawless. One rainy evening, long after most employees had gone home, Marcus remained in the conference room studying the final plans. His eyes were tired, and stacks of documents covered the table. Outside, city lights shimmered through the glass windows. Inside, silence filled the room. The only other person still working was a cleaner named Elena. Most employees barely noticed her. She quietly cleaned offices every evening, emptied trash bins, and wiped down conference tables. To them, she was simply part of the background. As Marcus reviewed the drawings one final time, Elena approached the table to clean around the documents. Her eyes paused on one section of the blueprint. She stared for a moment longer than expected. Marcus noticed. At first, he assumed she was simply curious. But then she frowned. Something about the drawing seemed to bother her. Elena hesitated. She knew speaking up could be risky. People often dismissed her before she even finished a sentence. Yet the concern on her face grew stronger. Finally, she gently pointed toward a section near the building's central support structure. Marcus looked at her, surprised. Elena explained that the load distribution appeared inconsistent. If the structure carried weight the way the drawing indicated, stress could accumulate in one area during extreme conditions. Marcus blinked. The cleaner wasn't using random words. She understood exactly what she was talking about. Confused, he examined the section she mentioned. At first, he couldn't see the issue. Then he called one of the lead engineers back to the office. The engineer arrived, slightly annoyed at being summoned so late. But after reviewing the blueprint carefully, his expression changed. Then another engineer was called. And another. Within an hour, the room was packed. One by one, experts studied the drawing. The atmosphere became tense. Calculations were checked. Assumptions were questioned. Simulations were rerun. The results stunned everyone. Elena was right. A small design error hidden deep within the plans could have caused severe structural problems years after construction. The mistake had slipped through multiple reviews and hundreds of hours of analysis. The project worth nearly $500 million had been saved by a cleaner. Marcus couldn't stop thinking about it. The next morning, he asked Elena to meet with him. During their conversation, he learned something remarkable. Years earlier, Elena had studied structural engineering. She had been one of the top students in her university. Her dream had been to design skyscrapers and bridges. But life had taken a painful turn. Her father became seriously ill, forcing her to leave school before completing her degree. Medical bills consumed her family's savings. To support them, she accepted whatever work she could find. Years passed. Dreams faded. The engineering textbooks were replaced by cleaning supplies. Yet despite everything, Elena never stopped learning. She borrowed books from libraries, studied online resources during breaks, and continued reviewing engineering concepts whenever she could. Marcus listened quietly as she shared her story. For years, nobody had asked about her past. Nobody had cared. What moved him most was not her intelligence. It was her resilience. Despite losing opportunities, despite facing hardships, despite being overlooked every day, she never gave up on learning. That afternoon, Marcus gathered the company's leadership team. Many assumed he would simply reward Elena with a bonus. Instead, he made a decision that shocked everyone. He announced a full scholarship to help Elena complete her engineering education. The company would cover tuition, materials, and living expenses. More importantly, she would be offered a position within the engineering department while continuing her studies. Some executives questioned the move. Marcus refused to back down. He reminded them that talent does not wear a uniform. It does not arrive with a title. Sometimes the most extraordinary abilities are hidden behind circumstances nobody can see. Over the next few years, Elena transformed her life. She completed her degree with honors. She worked alongside the very engineers who once overlooked her. Eventually, she became one of the company's most respected structural specialists. The skyscraper she helped save was completed successfully and became a symbol of innovation in the city skyline. But for Marcus, the building represented something far greater. It reminded him that every person has a story. Every individual deserves respect. And sometimes the difference between failure and success is simply taking the time to listen. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Echoes of Kindness. Your support helps spread stories that remind us of the goodness still present in the world. Special request, comment below with the words, "Talent has no title," if you believe people should be valued for their abilities, not their job titles. Years later, when visitors admired the towering skyscraper, few knew the truth behind its success. They saw steel, glass, and concrete. They saw wealth and achievement. But hidden within its foundation was a lesson far more powerful. Sometimes the person everyone overlooks is the very person capable of changing everything. And sometimes, one act of kindness, one opportunity, and one moment of being